Many powers and kingdoms and counts roles in Iberian Peninsula. Many of them become a part of history and many of them remain. Historia will talk about the history of Iberian Peninsula from Visigothic kingdom to union of Iberian powers. The Muslim conquest of the Maghreb continued the century of rapid Muslim conquests following the death of Prophet Muhammad in 632 and into the Byzantine-controlled territories of northern Africa. In a series of 3 stages, the conquest of the Maghreb commenced in 647 and concluded in 709 with the Byzantine Empire losing its last remaining strongholds to the then Umayyad Caliphate under Caliph al-Walid ibn Abdul Malik. Several historical sources state that the Islamic Caliphate had not actually targeted the Visigothic kingdom for conquest, but political divisions within it created an opportunity which was successfully exploited by an army which was led by the Muslim general Tariq ibn Ziyad. The last Visigoth king, Roderick, was not considered a legitimate ruler by all of the inhabitants of the Spanish kingdom, and some Visigothic nobles aided the Islamic conquest of Spain. One name frequently mentioned is Count Julian of Ceuta, who invited Tariq ibn Ziyad to invade southern Spain, because Count Julian of Ceuta's daughter had been raped by King Roderick. On April 30, 711, Muslim general Tariq ibn Ziyad landed at Gibraltar. Muslims fought in 711 at an unidentified location in what is now southern Spain with the Christian Visigoths under their king, Roderick, in the Battle of Guadalete. That was the first major battle of the Muslims in Al-Andalus and the invading forces of the Muslim Umayyad Caliphate. Roderick of Visigoth was killed in the battle, along with many members of the Visigothic nobility, opening the way for the capture of the Visigothic capital of Toledo. Casualties and losses of Muslims were 3,000 men, and Visigothic kingdom casualties were unknown but included many nobles and the king. In 7 years, Muslims conquered the Iberian Peninsula. It became one of the great Muslim civilizations. In 718 or 720 the Battle of Covadonga took place between the army of Pelagius, the Visigoth, and the army of Uthman ibn Nasa, better known as Munuza, the Umayyad Caliphate commander. Fought near Covadonga and the Picos de Europa either in 718 or 722. It resulted in a victory for the forces of Pelagius and death of Munuza. It is traditionally regarded as the foundational event of the Kingdom of Asturias and thus the initial point of the Christian reconquest of Spain after the Umayyad conquest of 711.